As of 6 o'clock this morning, we have reported over 26,000 customers that are experiencing power outages, with the vast majority of those power outages in Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Polk counties. We have more than 10,000 restoration personnel prepared to respond to these outages as soon as it's safe to do so. In the event that counties need additional resources, food, water, supplies, we have points of distribution. We have staged thus far 24 generators, 24 water pumps, 5 HVAC units, more than 64 pieces of equipment such as forklifts, pallet jacks, etc. As of early this morning, we have no healthcare facilities that have reported power outages. It's also important to note that all long-term care facilities, nursing homes, have generators on site. Again, we urge individuals to please monitor weather alerts and closely heed any warnings for your particular area. As the storm passes through Florida, there are some important safety precautions that we continue to reiterate. Again, if you have reports of flooded trees, down power lines, please do not approach any down power lines. Report those immediately. If you have lost power, please do not use generators indoors. We ask you to use caution when lighting your homes with candles if you continue to have power outages. Again, listen to your local officials and your county health departments as it relates to water supply, the safety of your water supply. We urge Floridians to be careful, and our thoughts and prayers are with those that are currently experiencing the storm right now. I'll say a few words in Spanish. Buenos días, el gobernador está localizado en Tallahassee, en el Centro de Operaciones de Emergencia, monitoreando la tormenta, y también continúa sus esfuerzos monitoreando lo que está ocurriendo aquí en Surfside, y él estará de vuelta aquí lo más pronto posible. Como sabemos, la tormenta tropical está actualmente tocando tierra en la costa del condado Taylor, en la costa del Golfo. Como sabemos, estamos monitoreando esto muy de cerca debido a las posibilidades de tornados, lluvias torrenciales y obviamente inundaciones. El Centro de Operaciones de Emergencia está activado a un nivel 1, lo cual quiere decir que están operando las 24 horas del día. La División de Manejo de Emergencias y el gobernador han estado en contacto con los 67 condados al nivel local para asegurar cualquier recurso, cualquier solicitud que tengan, que se las vamos a poder realizar lo más pronto posible. Hasta ahora hemos recibido 92 solicitudes de recursos para la tormenta tropical. De esas, 57 ya se han resuelto y están 21 otras solicitudes que están en ruta o se están movilizando. A las 6 de la mañana teníamos reportes de poco más de 26,000 clientes en la Florida que están recibiendo problemas de cortes de energía, pero la gran mayoría de esos están localizados en Hillsborough, en Polk y en Pinellas County. Contamos con más de 10,000 empleados de restauración preparados para responder a aquellos cortes de energía lo más pronto posible cuando es seguro hacerlo. En caso que los condados necesitan alimentos adicionales, agua, cualquier recurso, estamos preparados con centros y puntos de distribución. Hasta ahora hemos organizado 24 generadores, 24 bombas de agua, 5 unidades de aire acondicionado y más de 64 equipos para las áreas de preparación logística. Hasta esta mañana, ningún centro de salud ha informado que han tenido problemas con electricidad, y también es importante de nuevo reiterar que las personas tienen que seguir, por favor presten atención a todas las advertencias de los funcionarios locales. A medida que la tormenta atraviesa la Florida, hay que tener en cuenta que hay que seguir las precauciones. Por favor, si hay carreteras inundadas, árboles caídos, no conduzca su automóvil en esa agua estancada, y también si ven líneas eléctricas que están caídas o colgando, por favor no se acercan a esos toques de la línea. Informe inmediatamente a su compañía de electricidad si tienen líneas eléctricas caídas, eso es muy importante. Y como hemos reiterado durante todo este periodo de la tormenta, si vas a usar generador, por favor no lo utilice adentro en el interior. Eso es todo lo que tengo con respecto a lo que es la tormenta. Seguimos unidos en oraciones para todos los que están sufriendo aquí en Surfside. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava.
Good morning, everyone. Now we're... Good morning, everyone. We're here on the morning of day 14. Search and rescue has continued their operation, and we are fortunate that the weather has cleared this morning. The teams continue to make progress in the areas of the pile that were inaccessible prior to the demolition, and I'm glad to report that despite the difficult conditions the teams experienced, no injuries to the first responders were reported in this last operational period. Through these efforts, and since our last briefing, the USAR teams recovered an additional 10 victims, bringing the total confirmed deaths to 46. 32 of these victims have been identified, and next of kin notifications have been made. At this time, 200 people are now accounted for, and 94 people are still unaccounted for. As we've continued to stress, the detectives are working continuously to follow up on all of the leads to determine whether all of these potentially missing persons were actually in the building during the collapse. As the magnitude of this catastrophe continues to grow each and every day since the collapse, our community and the world are grieving with all of the families who are living through this unthinkable tragedy. Every single victim uncovered is somebody's child, somebody's mother, somebody's teacher, somebody's colleague, a classmate. For those who are waiting and waiting. So please continue to wrap your love and your prayers and your arms around each of these families at the center of the tragedy. We continue to provide twice daily briefings to the families of those missing loved ones. They are hearing developments firsthand from our first responders, and they're able to answer questions. And we are deeply, deeply grateful to the first responders who've spent so much time with these family members, hearing their stories and developing relationships of trust. Our commitment to this mission is deeply personal. This is our community, our neighbors, our families, and our first responders have truly searched that pile every single day since the collapse, as if they're searching for their own loved ones. I just came from greeting the team that's going out at noon. Our Miami-Dade County Task Force 1 members who've been here since the beginning. They could go home, but they're still here. We're so grateful to these everyday heroes. They're superheroes. We've called upon them to do something extraordinary, and I am in endless awe of their grace, their compassion, and their dedication. We'll be back here at 5:30 to provide you with our afternoon briefing. Thank you, everyone, and God bless. Buenos días, aquí estamos en la mañana del día 14. La búsqueda y el rescate continuaron su operación y tenemos la suerte de que el clima se haya mejorado esta mañana. Los equipos continuaron avanzando en las áreas de la pila que eran inaccesibles antes de la demolición. Me complace informar que a pesar de las difíciles condiciones que experimentaron los equipos, ninguno de ellos han estado herido. A través de estos esfuerzos y desde nuestra última sesión informativa, los equipos recuperaron a 10 víctimas adicionales de esta tragedia, elevando nuestro total de muertes confirmadas a 46. Se han identificado 32 de esas víctimas y se han realizado notificaciones a las familiares más cercanos. En ese momento se contabilizan 200 personas y 5 personas están desaparecidas. nuestros corazones se rompan por los que están de luto y por los que están esperando. Por favor, continúe envolviendo su amor y sus oraciones. En nuestra comunidad y especialmente en las familias en el centro de esta tragedia. Nuestro compromiso con esta misión es profundamente personal. Esta es nuestra comunidad, nuestros vecinos y familias, y nuestros socorristas realmente han buscado esa pila todos los días desde el colapso, como si estuvieran buscando sus propios seres queridos. Estaremos de regreso aquí a las 5:30. Gracias.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. You've been a true leader. Surfside Mayor Charles Burkett.
I second that. Thank you, Mayor Cava. Today, I visited the site to check the collapse and speak with our search and rescue teams. They are working nonstop. I have not seen it as busy as it is since the first day I was here. They are utilizing every bit of heavy equipment that they have on site to maximize the effort to pull out all of our trapped residents. I also visited with the families at the Marriott, the surviving families, and attended the morning briefing today. I know that the families want to visit the site and be close to their relatives, and I also know that Mayor Cava is extremely sensitive to this request and is working very hard to make that happen without endangering the families or impeding the progress of the search and rescue. Today, our engineers and our staff are in the north building, the Champlain North, the building that's substantially the same as the one that collapsed without explanation. They're in there with ground penetrating